Triforce Arcade. One of the things we like to talk about on this channel is F-Zero AX. Do you remember, Alex, when we went to the arcade and we played F-Zero AX?
I do. It was a really good day. Made me feel a bit queasy though.
And to an extent, you could bring that experience home by playing F-Zero GX, and there was that cheat you could do to play AX tracks on the Gamecube. So we've shown all that in the past. But the next level to bring in the arcade experience home would be to, well, have the cabinet at home, but short of that, use a steering wheel. So today we're going to be trying, what is it, the Logitech Force Feedback Gamecube steering wheel for Gamecube.
The box is looking a bit battered, Graeme.
Yes, well, we got these things quite cheap.
Oh, you've got two?
So we'll be going head to head, which is something we couldn't have done in the arcade.
Is there any accessory that Graeme doesn't have?
Not many. Not many. So yours has the kind of leg thing on it. I don't know what you call it. It's got this extra bit on it here on the bottom, which you put between your legs. Helps to steady it when you're turning back and forth. Doesn't tip over the wheel. But if you don't want that, you can screw it onto a table. As well as the steering wheel, you can get pedals from Logitech. We don't have any pedals today. These you can get for about 40 quid a piece on eBay. But if you want the pedals as well, starts going up. They are a lot rarer than these wheels. I've had these steering wheels quite a while. For reasons unknown, this video would have been recorded earlier, but it wasn't. So I've had practice, is basically what I'm saying. So
I have not.
You've not had practice, so why don't you start it up? We're playing on the Japanese version of F-Zero GX because back when we unlocked the races from the arcade machine, the arcade machine was Japanese region, so we're on that version of the game. So it's A to accelerate. Z is in the exact same place as it was on the arcade cabinet. Oh, you've picked a really hard track. And obviously you just steer to go. So when you get one of these steering wheels, it needs to be configured. The game does not know like what your wheel's up to, and there's a menu you can go into to basically say like, this is where I want you better pick an easier track.
Yeah, let me do that.
I didn't look at what you were choosing at all. I was just like, oh, I'll just pick one of the early ones. So
is this Ruby?
Ruby is the early one, yeah.
I'm going to go Ruby.
So that one's easy. That one, New City.
Ah, yeah, getting the feedback now. Cool. Okay, I'm getting a hang of this at last.
Yeah, you can use the paddles if you just want. If you see like a yellow boost coming up and you just want to just slightly go.
Across, yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously like with any racing game, you want to make those good like corner lines and get close to the bend and see if you can do that kind of stuff. It will fight you because it's force feedback. It pulls back.
It does.
But don't let it control you, Alex.
I'll put it in its place.
Quite. When you get one of these wheels, the game has a configuration menu where you have to go in and configure the wheel because it doesn't know, head or tail where you want the middle to be, and you can basically tell it, I want to turn it this far to go maximum turn. So if you want to swing your arms all the way to do a full turn, you could, or you could tell it to just go a little bit. And what I found, and this is probably to do with the age of these wheels, but neither one of these is perfect. The centre is not quite centre.
Yeah.
And sometimes between races I turn it full both ways to sort of let the game know, to basically reset it, configure it. And I honestly don't know if that's something from the time this game, these wheels came out, or if it's just something that's happened over the years.
Yeah, it might have been the level of the technology they had.
Yeah.
It's a lot more fun to play the game. It just adds so much, doesn't it, having a wheel?
Do you think you're ready for a multiplayer?
Yeah.
So the one you're using was actually a little bit cheaper, and it came with its original power supply. This one was a little bit more, didn't come with its own power supply, but I went on Amazon and it was very easy to replace, so I put this on the screen which plug I bought, because if you find a wheel that's a bit of a bargain because it hasn't got power, it's so easy. It's just a standard plug that you can get from anywhere.
Brilliant.
Oh, this is for the configuration, so if you move your wheel back and forth to where you want to turn, does that feel good? About where you want it? Like put it where you would want it to be, ignore the bar.
About there.
Press A then and change it, and then you can do it on the other side. I'd say make it the same.
Yeah.
About there. This is my one, so I do need to configure it. What was it, about 70, wasn't it? You just got to kind of go where you feel is comfortable.
Yeah.
But it's hard to get it like bang on. So you want to assume the position?
Yes, I do. this is pod racing.
Alright, so you feel like you've finally got the hang of the wheel?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah? You're in a good place to complete F-Zero GX on the hardest setting? Master mode?
Quite easily, I think, now, actually, yeah.
I've actually been trying to work towards unlocking the AX tracks, like, legitimately through playing with the wheel.
Not easy.
I've unlocked the second to last cut, with the last one being AX, so I've got the really hard tracks, which is the ones that you were practicing at the very beginning when you picked like the hardest one. So if I can get through that on the wheel, then, you know, I need to beat expert class so I can unlock master, basically. That's the tricky part.
Have you ever played Master Track?
Well, they're not master tracks, it's like master difficulty, so it's the same tracks, but the AI is coming for you and it's faster, and it's basically like 200cc sort of situation on Mario Kart.
Have you ever done it in F-Zero?
No, I've never had it to try, so it will be a new experience. One day we should try the car builder in GX and see if we can build some carts which can compete with
tailored to our perfect play styles.
Mr. EAD is not quite my style. But hey, you went first, so...
Yeah, I'm getting it.
I think you might win this one. You've had all the practice you needed. So I might be going easy. Come on! Come on.
Yes!
Well, it was close. Yeah. But obviously, you know, if we press record on the camera, I have to be the one who loses every time.
It's a tradition.
Today, whilst filming Fossil Arcade, we've been having these very spooky Jaffa Cake Zesty Orangey Cake bars.
Orangey. Oh, there it is. It's got a spooky, purpley. I don't know what that is. Well, it's just a cake, isn't it? But it's just. I'm going to stick with Death. I'm getting on well with Death Anchor.
I'm not going to be Mr. ED again. I'm going to be Spark Moon. Very anime. Maybe one day we'll do a watch along. We've got to squeeze F-Zero for all it's worth on this show.
We're trying.
Any opportunity to do an F-Zero video, we will do it.
So I'm genuinely intrigued to see the anime. Really am. Don't get many animes of Nintendo properties.
No, it's true.
There's a Zelda cartoon, isn't there? And there was a Mario cartoon, but...
I mean, especially a series like F-Zero, which has been so underserved for the last, 2 decades, basically. There hasn't been a main console F-Zero since this one. For a series to go from being such a mainline thing, such a strong property, to just being pretty much forgotten. It's a real shame. I know everybody who loves F-Zero feels the exact same way. You see games like Wipeout coming out and Mario Kart 8, which uses a lot of F-Zero gimmicks. They do well, and it's just like...
Give us more F-Zero,
There's
please.
nothing like a hardcore racer, which, this is a hardcore racer, but it mixes with that fun sci-fi anime stuff to not take itself seriously. So you get to really dig your heels in and, learn every little detail about the game, whilst also not taking it, totally seriously at the same time. It's a really nice mixture of appeals. I'll hit you then, I've taken a little bit off. It's hard to recover your health on this one. It's easy to drive around this track. Oh!
Yeah, I had one corner where I just completely bounced off it. And the mines also got me, which wasn't good.
Yeah, who puts mines on a race course?
Yeah, don't get that in rally races, do you? Would make it more exciting though. F1 with mines.
I'd watch that.
Yeah.
You can use the steering wheel with Mario Kart Double Dash, so we'll probably try that in future. But I've had a little go, and it was basically hell on earth. So look forward to that. It's nowhere near as smooth as
because the turns are a lot sharper.
But you can't calibrate it. This is what I was saying earlier about calibrating the wheel. It's absolutely imperative. Oh, I came second. That was so close though. It's imperative to have the wheel matching what you're doing on screen. Because you calibrated yours, didn't you, before we started? And do you feel like it was a bit better before?
Yeah, it definitely was. Yeah, it was really good fun actually. And I agree. Now that I've tried it, I wouldn't want to play F-Zero without it again.
No,
it just adds another layer to the whole experience of kind of difficulty, but accomplishment as well. Because when you master it, when you get a good line, it feels really good. I came in first on the one race, and it felt like a real challenge.
With a GameCube controller, it's probably a lot easier to beat that master mode because it's like more precision based with the analog stick. But it just feels like you're closer to your vehicle with this, that you're really controlling it. This is what you would be holding if you were in a real Blue Falcon. Yeah. So it's nice to have that connection to the game. Out of all the stupid things I bought for the GameCube, this is the 10 out of 10 accessory. Thanks for playing.
No problem.
And thank you for watching. We'll definitely find an excuse to come back into a Ferrari Zero again, because it's always so much fun. So yeah, stick around for that, and we'll see you around.
Right.